Welcome to Invest. We talk about investing, finance, or professional development. As the recording time of 9:31 a.m. on Eastern Time, Ethereum country $2,881, down about 2.40% so far. Respect over crypto market, see clearly we are down, across the spectrum on the altcoin side of the house, approximately about like 4%, with respect to key coins down respectively, about like 1.75% so far. And what's the reason behind the sell-off that we're seeing so far? I checked the media front. There's doesn't seem to be any specific catalyst, beside obviously what has already been happening. The FOMC meeting, that the investor sentiment has been digesting the verbiage, after the market has been trying to basically bake in, the 6 interest hikes that we're going to be expecting, in the coming months, in this year. And on top of the Ukraine-Russian war, obviously we're still developing. Doesn't seem to be any optimism at this moment, not especially in a major progressive manner. It's still kind of lingering on a sideways fashion, still progressing, but obviously people are becoming more and more aware, with less sensitivity around the affectation, unless it's something that is truly driving shock and all type of affectation psychologically among the market. But it is collectively negative, but it's not as like the negative as if you were just ripping the bandage off for the first time. It's like you have taken off the bandage, now you're just letting the wound kind of cool off at the moment, unless you start picking on the scab again, if you get my analogy, right? So what's driving the sell-off for Ethereum and across the market is because the technical level has not been able to sustain to the next level, right? For specifically Ethereum, this is something we've been talking the last 4 videos so far, that the next level we need to get up to on a non-substantive level would be the 3050, right? The substantive level we need to get up to is the 3158. So you could see that clearly we could not get even to the bare minimum on the non-resistance level, non-consolidated level. We could not get to the 3158, which is the real level. So we naturally glide back down, especially on the fact that you are at the relatively bottom level, the 60 out of 70, right? So next level will glide back down to be the the natural level of where we at right now, right? 2850. But do we see coming back down a little bit further? I would say so, because we are still relatively overbought. We form an apex, so this is like the peak of the mountain, which was, if you were to sell on the 2950, which I suggested some of my Patreon members to be doing, which that was the smart thing to do, knowing the fact that we are still in a bear trend despite the rally. So that was the relief rally, right, which subsequently drives just a lot of psychological emotion pump, if you may. So naturally, what we would go down to somewhere would be like the 2750 all the way to 2621. Do we see like all the way to 2362? I would say not really, because that's pretty hard to crack below this level. So I think incurring risk around like 2622, like all the way to 2500, would not be a terrible idea. Bitcoin is still in the bear trend. You could see that we could not go up to the 44, which is the real level. And at the moment right now, with the 54 out of 70, forming a curvature downwards. So the next level we need to get down to would be the 40. A next monumental level we need to watch for is the 37,500 from here. But still seems like this is we're not completely out of the woods yet, so something to think about. We're still kind of in downtrend despite the relief rally, right? Dogecoin 11 cents right now, anywhere from basically 11 all the way to 1066. Cardano down about 2.32%, 88 right now. I like anywhere from basically 80 all the way to 75. Solana, I like anywhere Solana from 85, right? 85 all the way to 75 from here, with the 51 out of 70. I think we are about to pop the balloon again, reversing back down to 85 again. That's a base, all the way to worse at the 78 level. XRP down about 1.18% so far. 69 to 57, right? Right now 62 to 57 is where I would ideally buy at. Polkadot, it's down about 5% so far. 54 out of 70 at the moment. 1650 to 14 would be where I would be buying at. Right now, it's not the best level to be incurring risk. Algorand's down about 3%. At the moment right now, anywhere from 68 to 67. I would say, because of the fact that this is relatively weak, we're still in the relatively deep bear trend. We have multiple levels to go back, 1, 2, 3, for us to like recuperate and get that momentum going. I don't suggest buying Algorand, but if you believe in this long term, right, then if you have the strong conviction that you should do it. Shiba Inu, low 2000, so 2100, 1400, and 900 from here, the 47 out of 70. MacTac, I like anywhere from basic 141 to 120. AVAX, AVAX is about to sell off quite nasty. Right now, the 60 out of 70, we form an apex already. So as we crack down, we're gonna go to 80. We're gonna go to 69 as a bounce, like basically the flat numbers, like 80, 70 makes sense, right? And then 60, right? It's not a coincidence why the numbers look like that. It's because like people are lazy. They typically want to place the number like 90, 80, 70, 100. And that's what it is. But I would not touch this until we come back to like again 60 to 50. And then with respect to Luna, we are clearly in a bear trend. Head, shoulder. We're gonna sell down really negatively with the 60 out of 70. So 62, 52 to 45 from here. So with respect to overall crypto market, what's going on? Why are we selling off? It's a technical exercise again, right? This is something that if we've been following, what I've been talking about so far, reading the technicals, it's not really a specific reason on why. It's just that we've been stretching relatively high. People are losing patience after the basically 4 days of consecutive rally, right? Remember, so now just people giving up, taking profit short term. So I think we have a marching order in terms of where to get back in, right? So appreciate you. Have a good Sunday, and let me know if you have questions. Take care. Bye.